just like to fly. Don't really need to go anywhere. And so soaring is a good fit for that.
Gliding, as the Wright brothers first discovered, was, it's flight without the use of power. So our power in a glider is gravity. So the glider can fly. It's got a natural descent rate, typically 100 to 200 feet per minute. And in gliding, it's just releasing and controlling the glider on a descent back down to the airfield. That typically on a day when there's no lift takes us from 3,000 feet about 10 minutes. Soaring is different. Soaring is the art of finding rising air that's going up faster than you're going down and flying in that air. We call them thermals or wave or ridge lift. Finding that air and climbing, and it's almost on a good day like an elevator. So if you find air that's going up at, the air itself is going up at 1,000 feet a minute, you're actually climbing at 800 feet a minute.
It's a sport of flight without power. Usually here we tow behind a tow plane. To get to altitude, you release the rope, and you float around and you look for thermals, rising air. And on a sunny day, you can stay up. I've stayed up over 5 hours. These guys fly to Farmville, down to Petersburg, down to Virginia Beach and back without landing. Sometimes you can climb really fast. I've been to 10,000 feet here on a thermal and got off tow at 800 feet. So that's 9,000 feet gain.
So it absolutely isn't something you do. It does take a community. We have to have our tow pilots. We have to have folks on the ground that help us get the gliders into position and then clear the runway when they come down. And it's a nice community because it gives you someone to talk to about the sport that we like so much. So we share, at the end of the day, we share what worked and what didn't. If we see somebody doing something and we have some pointers for them, we'll do that. But it's a nice way to spend a day. It's not such a solitary activity like power flying can be.
We're within the weight limitations, good. Controls ballast. Straps. Your straps secure?
Yes, sir.
Waist one is tight?
Yes, sir.
Can you reach that trim?
Yes,
lever?
I can.
Okay, good. Trims forward. Controls, ballast, straps, instruments. Instruments are set to 0. Good.
Correct.
Okay. Controls, ballast, straps, instruments, trim, canopy. Canopy closed and locked.
So my first experience soloing, as I was coming into land, I could just hear him in the back. Wings level, wings level. But yeah, the first solo is something you never really forget. For me, it was fairly tense whenever you changed state. So starting the tow, that was tense, and then you're like, okay, this is just the same as every other time we've done it. And then you pull the release knowing you're going to be on your own in a second, and that's a little tense. And then you pull the release and you fly along. You're like, oh, this is how we've always done it. And then you decide to land, and you get tense about you doing the pattern right and all that, but all the training comes back in, and it's just the same as you've always done it. So it really turns into kind of a non-event, but it's a lot of tension in that non-event.
I like the challenge of trying to stay aloft, just using the thermals, and it's a lot like, I like sailing too, so it has a lot of aspects that carry over from that.
I mean, I love, flying planes that are powered, but there's nothing like being in a glider and knowing that you're the person that's got to be able to handle it, and either fly it up there or find a place to set it down smooth and comfortably.
But have you seen the pictures of like a gaggle of gliders? Where
No.
there's like 30 of them, like at a contest, and they're
No.
all in the same thermal. So there'll be, 2,000 feet of vertical, and there's 20 or 30 gliders all
Wow.
packed in there.
Wow.
I've flown planes with engines, and you have these really big, ugly headsets that are constantly giving you headaches, and they're so noisy. It's not like a jetliner. But when you get up in a glider, it's very quiet. You get an amazing view because they have these beautiful bubble canopies. And to be up in the sky with that amazing, omnipotent-like view, I think it's so in the moment. When you're on the ground, you're worried about paying bills or kids going to college or whatever it is, so many worries of today. But when I'm up gliding, I'm thinking about getting my plane up or meeting up with a guy that I can see 2 miles away. Can I catch him? There's a little bit of competition. There's just so many great experiences that you don't get when you're just on the ground.
I guess it's that feeling of freedom, and at the same time knowing that the challenge, although I don't consider it a challenge, I feel it's almost like a God-given honor to be able to get in the air and control a piece of metal, keep it in the air, and then bring it down safely so you can go back up again.
And it really is a thrill. I've been doing it 40 years, and I still get goosebumps when I find that good strong thermal, especially when it saved you from landing in a field somewhere and you can make your way home. So that final thermal to get you up to do the last 20 or 30 miles back home is really, really exhilarating.
The experience is incredible. It's fantastic. And there are those people that want to fly but do not have the feeling, and I don't know how you express the feeling of to know that you're safe and you can make the turns and climb and then come in and land and take off again, whatever you feel like doing. It's something I think that's naturally in your system. There are people that are afraid of lots of things, from snakes to frogs to whatever, including airplanes. And that's not one of my problems. I just love planes.